Okay, the boys are back in town. Sorry guys, I missed last week and family was dropping like flies with some sickness, so I was taking care of them. So unfortunately, couldn't be here last weekend for you guys, but we're back, and I know there's no one in the live stream, so I'm kind of just talking to myself. But for people joining later, if you guys came last weekend and we're hoping for a live stream, unfortunately I wasn't here for it. But we're back this weekend. Everyone's healthy again, so. And I got some water in me now. Okay, so I got no idea what we're going to talk about today. Wait for some people to join here, get this going. Let me get a pen and paper. Probably should get the pen and paper before I even start the live stream, but then again, it just lets me do something to kill time before someone joins in there. Hopefully people join in. Cowboys game is at 3:30 today, so I'll be going to watch that. So should be able to get a nice little 1 hour to, maybe I'll go a little bit longer today since I wasn't here last weekend and maybe some people came in last weekend. But I currently have this search pulled up to Frisco, Texas. Let me just leave a comment here. Everything's running. I got that pinned. So guys, just leave a comment, and then if you're coming back to this video after it's been uploaded, just leave a comment later on. If this is no longer the live stream, leave a comment. That way I can address the question later on next week, and it just gets me helps me get going on the live stream stuff for starting the live stream and answering questions. So if you're coming back to this later and the live stream's already over, just leave a comment if you have questions that kind of pop up for you. But I guess we'll just jump into the map of Prosper because, why not? Until someone leaves a comment about a builder, neighborhood, or area, then I'll talk about or mention. Or you can leave an address and I'll look at the home and see my thoughts on it. Okay. Let me look at. These are recently updated. Is this over in Light Farms? What is this house? This house is, I don't know, this one just caught my eye. What neighborhood is this in? Oh, this is Landing Homes. Is this over in Lexington? Yeah, this is over in Lexington. This is the new elementary school over there. Okay, we got 3 people watching right now. Thank you guys for joining in. I don't know if you guys were joining in the last weekend and I wasn't here, so sorry about that. But we're back at it today. Okay, this is a Landon home, which I feel like this is set up. Sink. Oh, they got a pretty nice gas range on there. A lot of white going on with this house. Oh, and then you get a front porch balcony. That's kind of interesting. Is this a new construction? No. Is it? Interesting. I gotta get back over there and do maybe some more home tours over that neighborhood in there. Let me go to, actually, because I get comments about this. Mosaic, Highland Homes. Highland Homes just started releasing their stuff for the Mosaic. So let's see what their prices are. So they got 550s, 680s, 830s. Let's just start with the 50-foot lots because even at 680, 700, that's going to be an $800,000 house, which is pushing a lot of people's budget. But I know people really just don't like 40-foot lots, or not that they don't like it, but they're not. People are really trying to go for 50-foot and maybe having a compromise for 40-foots. Okay, so they've got no prices on here, of course, because they are no help. Let's look at this plan. Okay, so available home site in yellow. Coming soon is in red. Quick move-in is in orange. So I'll be doing, probably next week to be honest, I'll be doing a video on the Mosaic. I really was waiting for all the builders to release all their stuff and then go in there and do a video. They got stuff completed. They're working on the model homes and such. But I just wanted to wait. That way I wasn't having to go back, make more videos about different builders and just kind of wait a little bit longer for everything to be settled with these builders, even though they don't have the prices. So I'll probably reach out to them this weekend and get prices because they're keeping it hidden right now. They're probably keeping it hidden because these prices bump up, or at least from some of the other neighborhoods right now. I've been seeing like $10,000 increases with floor plans on things. So out of all of these lots, which ones do I like the most? I think the ones here on Linear I like. This oversized one, 3904, gonna guess probably that has a lot premium of like $30,000. That's usually what I see for 50-foot lots. Like the 50-foot lots, that's facing north. I'll see anywhere, if it's a corner lot, man, that could be anywhere from 25 to 35,000. If it's a south facing lot, some of these neighborhoods aren't charging anything for the lot premium, so you could save anywhere. I would say a regular lot premium if it's like a north facing, or maybe if it's facing out towards the east or the west. Really depends on like if there's a neighbor on the backside or how close it is to the amenity center and things like that. But I like where these homes are located off of Linear Drive, so I think that's a good street to look at if you are looking to buy in Mosaic. This one here, they do have walking trails, but I gotta go over in this area. These might be wrought iron fences over on this side, which I'm not really the biggest fan of, but sometimes you can't get away with it and having no neighbor on the backside. So okay, still just waiting for someone to leave a comment. We're down to 2 people watching the live stream right now. 4 people. We're up to 4 people right now. Wow, that just doubled just like that. So leave a comment, guys, if there's a builder neighborhood or area that I can talk about. Meanwhile, I'm just going to keep improvising here. Let's go into the floor plans of the 50-foot lots. Let's look at these. So they've got everything right now completing in that neighborhood. It looks like July, probably like maybe, let's see, if Perry was opening in October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July. Yeah, it seems like June, July, people are probably going to start being moved into this neighborhood and closing on houses in here. So all their quick move-ins right now are July and August for these 50-foot lots. Let's go, okay, well, this one's probably going to be their most expensive plan. So let's just look at their biggest plan right now and see what I think about this one. So this is the 569 plan. And they have it with the study, media room. Okay, it looks like they have it vaulted up in the dining room with beams that go across. Or maybe that's a tray ceiling. They might just do a tray ceiling. Sometimes when they have these dotted lines, it means that there's actually like beams going through there. Extended primary suite, how does that look? That would be pretty nice. Freestanding tub, extended. Okay, and they're doing fireplaces outside, optional fireplaces, which Highland Homes offers that on mostly their, I mean, it's kind of interesting they're doing on their 50-foot lot. I think that's still an option with 50-foot lots, but some of the 50-foot lots I find that they don't have that. Flex Gen Suite. So you could turn this study and media room into another Flex Gen Suite, but I don't really see the point of that. I'd rather keep that as a study and a media, because you have this bedroom too here that kind of has its own bathroom with it in a way. So I don't really see the point of a Flex Gen Suite unless you got a whole bunch of bodies in that house that you're living with. Maybe you do that. I definitely would do the extended primary suite. Closet looks huge. That closet looks like the what was that one? I'm trying to remember now. I just did a video over it with the Shadicum. It kind of looks like that closet layout. The Marshall plan on the Shadicum over at Edgestone that I did a home tour over. That hallway, or that closet looks pretty big. It looks like they have another closet here. Or is that just, yeah, there's another closet there too. I don't don't mind this layout. I do. Oh, look at this. And the primary suite opens up to the backyard. Or to the outdoor living, it looks like. Or at least there's like a little bit of a hallway. I guess it doesn't quite walk out to that. What does it look like when you extend it? No, it just looks like that. Okay, it doesn't really go out from the primary. But, I mean, with this floor plan, I would do the extended outdoor living. I just don't know if I'd do the fireplace. Is Highland Lakes, okay, Cheeto Winner says, is Highland Lakes a good place to buy? Yeah, I think it's a good place to buy. I mean, let's pull it up on the map just for other people that aren't familiar with that area. I know that video is getting a lot of, I mean, I'd rather take a Taylor Morrison over a Pulte, but then I'd rather take a Pulte over some of the other builders too. So I guess it kind of just depends on what you're comparing things to. Highland Lakes. Alright, let me just show people where this is located so people get a general idea. So this is Custer Road. It's a pretty quick moving road, which I think is nice to live off. It's not Preston with the amount of, like, let's just call it amenities and shopping along Preston. More of stuff along Custer Road is going to be just neighborhoods. Maybe there's a couple schools here and there, but you're relatively close to something you can travel down a little bit quicker. Same thing over here off Lake Forest. So you're kind of put in the middle of those. Down here a little bit further is where Painted Tree is being built. I think over here, yeah, this neighborhood. So Painted Tree, it's pretty close to that. Price difference are going to be kind of different with that as well. But Painted Tree goes into McKinney, has a little bit less of a tax rate. I don't know. I think it all depends on school district and what you want to be in there. I have a lot of more families trying to get into Prosper ISD and Melissa ISD, and kind of just skipping over McKinney ISD right now. That's what I see. Now, McKinney ISD with their sports, the football program, things like that are important. So I guess at the end of the day, it kind of just depends on what you're doing with your kids and what your kids like and kind of the opportunities there. I do think this is set up in an okay area. I think you just got to be careful. Like, if we get more specific, like you're asking, is Highland Lakes a good place to buy? I think it's a good place to buy in the sense of, like, the price per square foot compared to some of the other neighborhoods that go into Prosper ISD. So I think you're going to be a little bit under that. However, I think you just got to be careful with what lot you pick within Highland Lakes, because there's a bunch of retaining wall. I mean, they call it Highland Lakes for a reason, right? Because there's like a bunch of topography in that neighborhood. But like, let's just pull up Taylor Morrison's website with Highland Lakes. I mean, that neighborhood's going to be going fast because it's under the price per square foot on like typical. Maybe the 60 foots are kind of competitive with other people, but the 50 foots probably are a little bit different. Okay, so they already got the model home reserved. I'm so confused. This home is reserved, under construction, model home plan. Oh. Okay, they're just doing that. Let me see if they even have a map on this. Okay, here we go. Jeez Louise. Actually, I might take that back. 50-foot lot, 757. They're probably right there. Man, this community's moving so quickly. I mean, I guess it's one of the only places you can get this big of a house under $800,000 probably. But then again, it goes back into the builder, right? So like Taylor Morrison, Pulte, they're definitely on the lower end of things. I wouldn't say they're at the bottom of the barrel, but when it comes to like upgrades and things like that, it's pretty basic. But that might be okay with you, right? Because it's in your price point, it's in your budget, and it's getting you in, getting your kid. I was gonna say you and your kid into the school district you want, but I guess it's more for your kid, right? Cheeto Winner, is that kind of what you're meaning? I feel like Cheeto Winner, you've come in before asking me a question. I just remember that name. Are you looking to buy in that neighborhood? Are you on the home search right now? Are you working with somebody else that's helping you out? All right, we got 8 people watching. Leave comments, guys, over a neighborhood or area. Get a lot of questions about Highland Lakes. Also, Highland Lakes is like one of my top viewed videos, so I might actually go do a home tour over there. They just don't have a lot of quick move-ins popping up in there because that neighborhood's pretty popular. They do have like the amenity center. They got future retail. Those things are going around. It's just gonna take some time for that community. But I just know like some of these lots in here, like on this southeast side of the neighborhood, were up on retaining walls. I don't know. Honestly, like it's nice not having a neighbor on the backside. But here's the thing with the neighbor on the backside. If it backs up to like a creek, and this was like a pretty legit creek with like, not, I say legit creek in the sense of like overgrown plants, trees, things like that. During the winter, you're not gonna have bugs, okay? But when you get into the summer, it's gonna be it's gonna be just mosquito haven around there. So kind of keep that in mind. I'd rather have something like along Ridge Road, or maybe something a little bit further on Lost Creek, where that is. But I don't even think, yeah, that's the future phase. So I'd rather take these lots rather than the ones that back up. Now, you don't have any neighbor on the backside, that's great, but like I said, there is a creek that runs like, it's not really like a pretty creek. Like I would call it like a pretty creek, I would call like a nice like stream. This is like a dirty creek with like a whole bunch of plants and just overgrown stuff. It does add some privacy like in your backyard, but like I said, it's gonna be, you're gonna be dealing with wasp and all types of bugs, so just kind of keep that in mind too. Because I have some people that come in, they're like, or I've had some families talk to me after they bought their house with, you know, on the backside of like a creek or something. They're like, man, what is up with all these mosquitoes around here in Dallas or in Texas? And it's just a thing. Like there's no getting around that. But you can kind of limit it. You can kind of limit it by being next to like a water resource, you know. Okay, now my screen's frozen. Hold on, can't zoom out. Okay, anyone else want to leave a comment over another area? Let's look at, let's go back to Highland. Okay, I don't mind this floor plan. Okay, we're jumping back over to the mosaic. Hopefully I answered your question, Cheeto Winner. It was, you kind of had a vague question there, but I think it's a good place to buy. I don't think it's bad. I think anywhere in Prosper is a good place to buy at the end of the day. It just kind of depends on what you're comparing it to, right? Let's look at their smallest floor plan. So they said that these are starting at the hold on. I want to see what these are starting at. Okay, so this is starting at the 680s. So they're saying that this one probably here is going to be starting at the 680. So probably after your lot premium, elevation, upgrades, probably looking at like, I mean, I'm just going based off like what I just see families. You have some people that don't spend a whole bunch of money because they're already eating into their budget really good. But with this one, they're saying 680s, probably be around like 750, 800, depending on like your lot and what you picked with that. Okay, let's see this floor plan. Yeah, that's a weird place to put the fireplace. See where they're putting the fireplace there? Seems a bit backwards, but I guess it goes up against that wall. That's kind of interesting. Okay, so you got the study in the front, that's nice. Bedroom 3 and 2 kind of gets split in the middle by this bath. Alright, Raul, I'll answer your question here in a second. I just want to look at this floor plan. Alright, Salina Hills. That'll be the next one. Kitchen looks out the family room, but dining room is back in there. That's kind of a weird floor plan to me. Cause like your kitchen's over here and you're gonna walk this distance. It seems backwards. I feel like the family room should be where the dining is and the dining should be back up where the family room is. And I don't know if I'm the biggest fan of how long this hallway is to then just be looking straight down at an island of a kitchen. This one's a bit of a funky one, eh? A bathroom. I don't like how this bathroom is set up either. Cause you got all your plumbing along this external wall with everything, so I'm not really a big fan of that. Closet looks like a decent size. I mean, it's got 4 bedrooms in it, and I understand, like, you know, with this size house and them fitting 4 bedrooms, you're gonna have to kind of move things around and make it maybe a little bit funky. A 3-car garage. I guess they're doing that on a lot of them here. I don't see an option to make it into just another room, so it seems like they're doing a lot of 3-car garages over in this neighborhood. Kitchen, though, I will say he's got a lot of countertop space for that gas stovetop prep area. I mean, this isn't the worst floor plan, but I feel like the dining and the family is a little bit backwards from the kitchen. Is one of these outdoor living areas like... Okay, this is the outdoor living area I like the most here. This 511 plan. Okay, kitchen, family. They've got like this little nook over here. Maybe this is a closet, but I like how this is set up. And you got the vanities split from each other. And then it looks like they're gonna have some knee space in that one. Curved staircase, you got the study bedroom in the front. It's got its own I wouldn't say its own bathroom, but alright, actually yeah, that is its own like bathroom because it looks like it's in the actual bedroom. I think I like this plan the most. Primary suite, I like the size of that outdoor living area. What would this look like if we added all the Yeah, I like this. Okay, let's see the upstairs of this one. Alright, Raoul, I'm getting to you next. Open down to below, game room, bedroom, bedroom. I think that's pretty standard. That doesn't look too bad. And you can see down into the hallway as well, or the entryway. I think I like the 511 plan the most. Okay, so Raoul says, hi, what are your thoughts on Salina Hills? Okay, well let's go to the map just to show people where this is located. So I was talking about this neighborhood last time, and they've got some pretty good options. I would just pick more of the south side of the neighborhood. I like where those lots are. Now, I'm not really a fan of when homes, and I've talked about this on the last live stream, so I don't know if you watched the last one, but I had someone that came in and was asking a whole bunch of stuff about the quick move-ins because they've got some options in there. And I think when it came down to looking at stuff and comparing it, I think Salina Hills had like the best options for the best builder and quality right now for like the price point. Now across the street is the new police headquarters. That's getting built. I do remember somebody saying last week, like, hey, would it affect my resale value if there's a residential lease community coming into the neighborhood? And that's what's over here, the Amavia or Amavi in Salina. That's a residential, but you can see that there's a street that goes over, so that's not worried about. What is kind of gonna hurt resale value is like maybe these lots here up along Hill Country. Because this backside is just apartment complexes, so something like that could hurt the resale value of these lots on this side, potentially, depending on what market those families decide to sell that home later on in the future. I don't think it'll be detrimental, but it could be something. I'm trying to scroll down. The other thing I'm not a big fan of is like when you have your house backing up to another neighborhood. So like once again, these lots here back up to a completely different neighborhood, so you're just sharing a fence with that person, and that's a different HOA, so it's just kind of not the biggest. I'm looking at lots on Yellow Pine. Okay. Where's Yellow Pine? Where's Yellow Pine? You said Yellow Pine. Okay, Yellow Pine here. Yeah, that's a good spot. I like the south side there. I also think that Grass Hollow offers some good lots too, because you're a little bit closer to like where the amenity area is, but then again, like you're right there off the thing. Raul, are you working with an agent, or who's your agent right now? Are you working with an agent? I think those are good lots. Let me look at their plat map. I talked about this. This one's popular. Somebody came in last week asking about this, or 2 weeks ago asking about this thing. I keep forgetting. I'm like, I wasn't on the live stream. All right, perfect. Well, hey, let me, I mean, I'd love to work with you if you're looking at this to save you money back at closing. I'm doing like 1.5% to 2% back, depending on what the builder's offering. So, especially for my YouTube people that come in. So that's kind of the December savings I'm offering right now. Or if someone comes in with, let's see. You're looking on Yellow Pine. Are you looking at What home are you looking on Yellow Pine? Is it this one? Because that's the model home. There's no green lots on Yellow Pine right now. Alright, Raul, I don't know if you have my contact information. Are these a quick move-ins, or are these lots, like these lots here, built from scratch? I'm guessing you're not looking at a quick move-in. I like this one because if your home's facing north and you do a Toulouse or an Orleans plan, yeah, okay, so you're gonna have some good sun coming into that backside of the home with those higher ceilings on that backside. So I think those are some pretty good lots. Like I said, I'm not really a fan of like this lot 62 here because it backs up to a completely different neighborhood, and then you're sharing a fence with someone that's not in your HOA. So, you know, some people don't view that as a big thing, but then again, I'm kind of one that's like, if you have some other options, I'd rather take some other options there. I also like these homes that are along Wooded Way. Raul, here's my number if you want to work together and help you save some money back at closing. I'll send you my email as well. Yeah, they're not opened yet. I'm going to guess that they're probably going to be opening in the... Do you know when they open? I'll send them an email right now. Because I'm just interested for my own benefit of knowing that as well. Okay, let me do this. Alright, anyone else? Any other neighborhoods, peeps? This has been a nice little live stream so far with some people, so appreciate it. Okay, let me do this. Daniel. Okay. My guess is that they're going to do it probably February, because they got a bunch of quick move-ins right now they're probably trying to close on. I think I like the Toulouse plan over the, if I'm not mistaken, over the other one, over the Orleans. Let me look at them again and I'll kind of compare. That way if somebody else has questions about those, because those are two of the most popular plans I get questions about. You said sorry, I'm just sending them an email. Okay. Let me compare those two. I think I've compared these quite a bit, but let's just go for it. Okay, so he said the Toulouse. I gotta see. Toulouse and the Orleans. So hopefully your budget, Raul, is around 700K, because that's probably where you'll probably be sitting a little bit above that. After your upgrades, lot premium, because those homes are going to be facing north, and they have no neighbor on the backside, so I'm going to guess that they're probably going to be around like $20,000-$25,000 lot premiums for those, rather than maybe some of the other ones that are kind of a little bit further up into the neighborhood. And then you're probably going to spend anywhere from 6 to 8% on the design center, and then depending on how well the layout of the house is, right? Like you might have the Orleans plan where you want to add more things to it. What are the options? Yeah, 5-bed. Okay, let me look at this one. So this is the, oh jeez, I'm not trying to zoom in here. Okay, so, oh jeez. Someone just texted me. Okay, I'm trying to see here. Covered patio, owner suite. This is the Orleans. suite, dining, kitchen. This compared to this. Family owner suite. Open to below. Dining. Yeah, see, I think I like how this kitchen is laid out on the Toulouse too, because the island actually looks out into the dining. You see this one where the kitchen and everything looks out towards the bedroom too. I think I like how this one's set up. Flex room, you could turn that into a study. Let's see. So the owner's bathroom. Looks like you're gonna get also more countertop space in that bathroom within the Toulouse plan. What is the demographic of what is it? Okay? Richard says, what is the demographic of people you see the most buying these new homes in North Texas? So I work with literally every demographic. I feel like I have put every single different type of family into a house, meaning like I've put in Jewish families, I've put in families from India, I've put in families from Carrollton that just move up north a bit, or from like the Coppell area, Garland area, Grand Prairie area, up north that have been living in Dallas for a long time. I work with a lot of California buyers. I work with a lot of Virginia buyers. Work with kind of every race under the sun, if that's what you're asking. I feel like I don't know. I don't know exactly what you mean by demographic. Do you mean by area? But it's pretty diverse around here for in the sense of like who I work with. So. Okay, final answer. Toulouse plan. I like that plan over the Orleans, but I know that Orleans plan is probably going to save you a little bit more money. Because what did they have that priced out at? So the Toulouse plan is priced at $636, and the Orleans is priced at $619. But see, even for $20,000 or less than $20,000 more, I still think that's got more value in it. If it was like $50,000 or something ridiculous, if there was a huge difference between those, I'd be like, okay, Orleans plan, because you probably get more bang for your buck out of some of the upgrades and things you do on the inside. But for me, I'm like, the Toulouse plan really isn't that much more, and I think the layout of it is just a little bit better. Now, that being said, you kind of have to be careful with repetition there, because now that you're waiting towards the end of the neighborhood, you might be limited on what you can build. So like this is in Orleans here. You probably won't be able to build in Orleans on lot 69. And then this is a Orleans here. So yeah, you probably won't even be able to build it. I'd be very surprised. I mean, it comes down to elevation. Maybe you can get away with building the same type of home right next to it, but lot 70 and lot 67 are both Orleans plans, so that tells me from repetition that you're probably not going to be able to build an Orleans plan unless you pick lot 65, because usually they're not doing an Orleans plan next to an Orleans plan, but they might if the elevation and the brick are different enough. So keep that in mind too. When you start waiting toward the end of these neighborhoods, you really start limiting what you can build, because things are already picked out of the neighborhood and being built in brick colors, right? When you're going more towards the end of the neighborhood, you're going to be limited on what the builder is going to allow you to actually pick on that lot. That's why I say when it comes to new construction neighborhood, the sooner the better, to be honest. Because you just have way more options when it comes to like exterior and elevation and floor plan, because like I said, they won't repeat some things. Yeah, of course, Raul. Well, I look forward to working with you potentially if you send me a message and talk more about it. I just sent them an email asking, like, just for my personal information, knowing kind of what's going on with that neighborhood, because I do have a lot of people asking about that neighborhood, so it'll be, I think it'll take some time to get these quick movements, but as rates kind of keep going down, I say keep going down, I think they're going to really just stay in this spot. They might just come down just a little bit more, but I think for the most part they're going to stay in this channel. I mean, I personally would be super surprised if the Fed cuts 6 times next year, I see more of it being 3 times, because I honestly think the labor market is going to be, it's maybe going to be weak on the next kind of data release, but then after that, I think it's going to start going the other way, and we might start staying in this channel. Maybe not, though. I don't know. Who knows? I'd be super surprised that the Fed cuts 6 times next year. I don't know about that. Because that's just gonna, it's gonna wreck. Can't talk, guys. I can't. Is it the Ozark? I'm just gonna quit. I cannot talk today. I miss 1 weekend of live streams. I come back and I talk like I got a boot in my mouth. You know, after you brush your teeth and like your mouth is like really dry, I think I'm dealing with that right now. But I brushed my teeth like 3 hours ago. Okay, we got 6 people watching. Anyone else want to leave a comment over an area or neighborhood? I don't know what else. Should we just hop back over to the mosaic? Let's look at these. All right, well, I'm kind of waiting for someone else to leave a comment. Let's jump to the 60-foot lots now. So these 60, okay, cool. They have something coming in May. So they started those a little bit earlier. That's nice. All right, so it looks like the earliest maybe April, May that people are going to start moving into this neighborhood. Let's see. What do I like? What do I like? What do I like? I think my favorite plan, just going off of these, I like the 213. I can already tell you that right now. I like the 214. Just from an outside view from here, I haven't clicked on them to actually look. I like the 224. Let's do the 222 plan. Alright, so here's the 222 plan. Huge island, my goodness gracious. Okay, vanities are split on both sides. I kind of like how that is. They're actually like really separated from each other, and then they also add some more like little countertop space, it looks like. Maybe up along that left wall. Bedroom looks good. They got an entertainment room, study at the front, formal dining. Okay. Dining room in the back, so you got a formal dining. Now this is a little bit funky to me in this formal dining. Because that doesn't really look like a formal dining, and then you just got this wall here. I mean, I like the outdoor living space on this one. This one looks nice. Let's see. Counter space, kitchen island looks good. Pretty big family room. Got the fireplace in the corner. What does the upstairs look like? Let's see this. Upstairs open to below game room. I like how they're calling this a game room and a lifestyle room. Bedroom at the front. Shared with this. This is kind of a funky way they did this bath 3, because they did it where this bedroom 3 has its own bathroom, but then there's just a sink here. I mean, I understand because you got people that you entertain and you just want them to go and use this sink rather than using the whoever's in this bedroom seeing what their sink is. But that's a little different. What are the other floor plans? Let's look. All right, let's look at their most expensive floor plan, which they don't have the prices on here, which is a bit annoying. So probably gonna send them a message. Try to get their pricing. I just hate when they're like, call for price. Okay, let's look at this floor plan. Primary suite, 3-car garage, the formal dining. I'm not a fan of where the formal dining is. Formal dining is weird. Kitchen, entertainment room on the backside. I really don't like when kitchens are put directly in the center of the house. Because I like the kitchens that are kind of up along windows. That way when you're in the kitchen, you have some light coming into your kitchen. Like, this kitchen's gonna be pretty dark in a sense. Now, yeah, you're gonna have lights or whatever, but I really don't like where they put the kitchen in the center of this house. And the study's in the back. interesting. That is an interesting one. Okay, I don't know about that one. So far, the 222 plan I am a fan of. Let's see, what else? What was the other one I said? The 247. Let's look at this one. Kitchen faces out the family room. You got a little breakfast nook area, outdoor living. Okay, I like how this one's set up. Because the primary suite can go out to the outdoor living, staircase, study. What is this? Enhanced kitchen. So enhanced kitchen just gives you more countertop. Extended primary bedroom. Oh, I like the extended primary bedroom, how they make it actually like in curved shape. That's a huge outdoor living if you could do that. Powder. Okay. Planning? So a planning area? I don't even know what that means. 5th bedroom on top, so you could add another bedroom. That would probably cost like $25,000 to do that. This plan's alright. It doesn't really tickle me, you know. Let's see, what was the other one? Let's look at the 214. This will be on the cheaper side, but is this a 2-story? I think this is a 1-story. No, it could be a 2-story. Okay. Okay, let's see how this one's set up. So once again, kitchen's in the middle. I don't like how they're doing that. You got the bedrooms in the back, entertainment room, study, 3-car garage. This flows into the utility closet, primary suite back there. I mean, I don't hate this floor plan, but I don't really love it either. I just don't like where they're putting these kitchens on some of these. It just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Let's see. Let's look at the 248H. Okay, 248H. Media room, bedroom in the front, walk-in, primary, pretty good closet space, study in the back too. But I feel like the study needs to be at the front of the house just to be away from everything. I don't know, I think like if I was, living at the house and working in the study room, I had a big family around me, like I think I'd want it in the front and not out towards the kitchen or in the back of the house. Outdoor living. I guess you could turn that study into a bedroom. Outdoor fireplace, extended primary, enhanced kitchen, planning desk. I don't really see the point of that. And then that bedroom too gets its own powder room, which, I mean, adding a secondary suite, I think adds really good resale value for the first floor, so I probably would recommend that. Staircase is just hidden. So that's the other thing. If you're like one that kind of has that dream or visual of like when you walk in to your house, you walk down the hallway and then there's a nice pretty curved staircase. This one's not going to offer that. This one's going to be just, I mean, I hate to say it, but the most expensive plan, I think, no, that one's not my favorite. Which one was it? Was it this one? Yeah, I think this one's my favorite, the 222 plan. I'm not crazy about the formal dining, but I'd rather it be a formal dining setup there than where they were putting the kitchens, like more towards the center of the house, where there's not a bunch of light coming in. Like this whole side is gonna have a really good light coming into it, and then the family room is right across from it, so I think that adds good symmetry to the house too. Entertainment room is back on there, studies in the front, bedroom also, like, and you don't even have to, like, the other thing with this one is like you could save money because you don't even need to really make this bedroom 2 into a secondary suite with its own bathroom. Like, it's kind of already kind of put off to the side where that's a little hidden back. Now that is where your, let's see, did you do a powder room? Okay, so you do a private. Maybe you do a powder room there. I don't know. I don't think you really have to. But you could. Probably would be beneficial just to add one more powder room. Yeah, maybe I would. Maybe I would, because whoever's living in there, probably not wanting people to share that with guests coming over, so the powder room probably would be good. But maybe you just do the powder room and just ask for that, and then save money not having to do something like this is where I would do the sliding glass door. Do you know the location where Salina will build their next middle school? So when I went onto the MLS, and I'm not sure, I haven't really kept up. It's hard keeping up with school districts and what they're doing, but let me just pull up this map real quick. I'll tell you what land Salina owns. Okay, so, and I gotta do more digging on this, so thanks for bringing this up, Rohan. Let me go, hold on, just one sec. So, I've talked about this in my previous live streams too, but where's Cambridge Crossing? One sec, I'm pulling up my MLS just to kind of show you guys. Okay, so if I go to my map, this is where I think the next middle school is getting built, because Salina ISD owns this land. Now this could be the high school, but I'm pretty sure that this is the middle school over here. So you got Edgewood Creek, right? First Texas Homes. Then you have Cambridge Crossing, right? And then right here on this corner of Farm to Market 428 West is Salina ISD owns that land right there. So this land right in here, which I think that's going to be a middle school. I'm not going to put money on it, but I'm pretty sure that's where that's going to be. The other piece of land Salina owns, and this is why I think it's also important working with an agent right here, is because when I'm working with families, like, I'm not just telling, and this is the thing with the new construction up in Salina, it's very important that you look at who owns the land around you, because that could play a factor later on into your home resale value with everything, right? So I think working with an agent, they're able to go in and look at who owns the land and give you kind of a better idea. Now, sometimes it'll be like some holding group and you just don't know, but something like that, you know, that's why I feel like Cambridge Crossing really could be a good option, even though the price points are higher, even though you're paying for a PID. I think there is a lot of upside with that neighborhood in the future, because you'll have the new schools around there as well. The other one was, let me see. Hold on, just give me one sec. Legacy North. I know that I came across. Give me one sec, guys. I'm just looking at Legacy North, Sutton Fields, Tally Ranch. I know that somewhere around here they own. I could have sworn I came across it one day. Legacy North. Man, that whole side. So this here, where Dallas Parkway runs, this is all owned by basically Legacy North, which that's gonna just turn, like, all this is just gonna turn into a huge development here in a little bit. I'm looking on my MLS just to see who owns land where, because I know I came across Salina ISD owning some land in here. I just can't actually find it now. Star. Okay, I can't remember. Maybe it was a little bit more north. Old Salina. Uptown Salina. G-Bar 7. Uptown Salina Partners. G-Bar 7. TA Properties. Qualico Developments. Oh man, where was it? I can't. All right, well, that gives you an idea on what is the next thing that they'll be. That's mad at me. Yeah, that is just the legacy development. Okay, I can't find it. All right, let's go back to questions here. So, Sabastri says, hey Dan, I was wondering the difference in buying a house in North Lake versus prosperous Salina. Also, do you recommend Trailwood and Flower Mound, Pecan Square and Argyle, etc.? Utron for North Lake area is old, and so I was wondering, is it because the progress is slow? Also, is Coventry Homes a good builder? Yeah, I've actually moved in a family into that North Lake community. Are you looking at Northridge with Coventry? I've worked with them over there. They were fine. I just haven't been over in that area because or done an update video on that area because I've just been doing so much. And I base my videos off of what people are coming in and commenting on YouTube. So I'm getting way more stuff about Salina, McKinney, Prosper, and these areas. So that's why I kind of like generally go more towards that than going out towards I still do deals out in Argyle in those areas, but in Flower Mound. Now, comparing all those areas, like I'd rather take an older Salina house over a newer house in Pecan Square or Argyle, because I don't know, it is cheaper, but you are paying for. Okay, you're looking at Trailwood. Trailwood's a good community. Yeah, I think Trailwood is nice where it's located compared to those other communities that are a little bit more into Argyle, because you're not, like, Trailwood isn't too far away from like the shopping centers and things like that too. Pecan Square is a great neighborhood for like amenities and that type of stuff. So if you're really trying to be in like a huge lifestyle type of events and that going on with your family, I mean, Pecan Square is going to be bar none the best. Harvest is also going to be good. Those two are owned by the same development company, Hillwood, which is actually the son of Perot who owns that company. So that's actually like a Perot company. And I don't know if people are familiar with Ross Perot, but remember the guy who used to, I don't know, when did he run? Was I even alive when he tried running for president? Did he lose to Bush? 1992. Oh no, he lost against Bill Clinton. Ross Perot walked so Donald Trump could run. That's funny. Okay. Yeah, I mean, you're kind of looking all over the place. You're kind of comparing Prosper and Salina versus Flower Mound in those areas too. I mean, I think the closer you, at the end of the day, the closer you can stay to Frisco, I think the trend is you would see more appreciation because there's just more demand for that area and trying to be around Frisco and the Colony and Plano and those areas. And when you start getting out to Argyle, there's just really nothing around there right now in the sense of like big businesses, right? And big businesses bring people and humans to work in those businesses, and then commuting times get important for people. So I know Salina's starting to get priced out of people's budget, which is just like kind of insane. See, I'd almost recommend Melissa over Argyle, but the thing with Melissa is that there's just not great builders within that area, which is the real frustrating thing with Melissa, Texas right now, is that they have like good neighborhoods, but it's going to be like those lower end builders. Now, that being said, they have Liberty, that huge master plan community, which has Perry Homes, Highland Homes, but like that's just right across the street from the landfill. So like that's the other thing. It's like I wish they would build some really nice, or have some really nice builders on like the west side of 75 Highway, which maybe they'll start bringing that in. But that's kind of the frustrating thing with Melissa. I just see more families going from looking in Prosper and Salina and then jumping over to Melissa, because Melissa ISD is going to be pretty good. Now Argyle ISD is going to be ranked pretty high, and you'll notice within some of those communities over there in the North Lake and Argyle area that some of those communities are so big that part of the community goes into Argyle ISD and then part of the community goes into Northwest ISD. And you'll see the difference on those prices. A lot more families I've worked with are trying to get into Argyle ISD, and maybe the younger families that are more budget, conscious, they're going into Northwest ISD, which Northwest ISD, they're building all their new schools, new middle school, new high school, so like that's the other thing you're going to see those rankings probably go up to. It's going to be the same thing with Salina once they start finishing all these areas. They did just open the new middle school in Salina a little bit further north up along Preston as well. That's kind of over across where they're building like the HEB and the Costco. Are they building the HEB? I think they're building the HEB on that side too. But there's the Costco, the Lowe's, all that stuff getting built along Preston, right outside of Carter Ranch, which is an older neighborhood along there. But I have no problem with Coventry homes. I take them over a lot of builders. Now, if you're, here's the thing. I would take a Perry home, a Highland home, a, what else? Tradition home, a Southgate home, a Normandy home. I take all those builders over a Coventry. A Coventry on like a 76-foot lot I think is nice, but they don't really build a whole bunch of those. But like I said, I would take a Coventry home over a lot of other builders too. I don't think they're bad. Okay. Well, Savastri, it looks like you've been, you come into the live streams a good bit of time, so hopefully you find something. Hopefully you're not struggling on your home search right now. Okay, we're at 56 minutes. I'll probably... Am I frozen? Oh no, okay. I thought my screen froze. Probably do another 10 minutes of the live stream, but thanks so much to everyone that's come in. I'm sorry guys that I missed last weekend. Like I said, my family everyone was dropping like flies in my family, so I was having to play nurse. Any other questions? We're coming up on an hour, so this is probably where I'm going to end it unless someone else comes in here with something else to add. If you're coming into this live stream later on once it's posted, like I said, leave a comment over other neighborhoods. And guys, leave comments on other videos too over other neighborhoods you guys want to see. If you guys want me to do more neighborhood tours over in Argyle and those areas, like it just comes down to people leaving comments, because I just go off what people are asking me questions about, because I know if someone's asking me that question, someone else probably has that question, so on and so forth. Also, I don't know if you guys noticed, I've also noticed that, or I don't know if you guys noticed, I've noticed, but I changed up my thumbnails, so I've stopped putting now on this thumbnail with this live stream I put my face, but I started putting not my face on live stream, or on not live streams, on normal videos that I've been posting, and they've been getting a lot better views. So I don't know if it's my face, but I was like, hey, let me try something else out with my thumbnails and see if they get more impressions or more clicks. And it seems like they're getting a little bit more clicks when I don't put my face on the thumbnail. So I don't know if you guys have noticed that on my thumbnails right now that I've been posting, but I haven't been putting my face. I don't know. The other thing too is like I look at the other agents that are on YouTube and they're putting their faces and they're like with the thumbnails, and I like it just made me not want to put my face on it because I was like, this just looks corny. So I'm trying out something else. Okay. We are looking at trail. Got it. Thanks. You might be the reason. You explained pretty well. I like to know more about houses, builders. Yeah, I mean, there's honestly too much. The thing is like, it's kind of like the reason I like going to In-N-Out. Like when you go to In-N-Out, it's just like hamburger, cheeseburger, and that's it. Like it's not like 100 different things on the menu. It's what it is. This Dallas market of homes, it's not like an In-N-Out menu. There's too many options. There's too many things and then you're going to be wrapped up in your head, and you're just going to be missing out on opportunities too. So don't get too wrapped up into the options of things, right? Like at the end of the day, it's better just going and picking something. Like yes, this is an investment for you and your family. This is a huge life decision. But then again, don't get too wrapped up into it. Don't get too wrapped up into the research, right? And hopefully the agent you're working with is explaining things pretty well to you as well. because I believe you said you were working with an agent already, Sebastri. So hopefully they're explaining some things too, as well. Okay. Is that where we're gonna call it for today? We just hit an hour, so let me look at my calendar. Next Sunday is we'll do a Christmas Eve live stream. I'll try to do a Christmas Eve live stream. I do have someone coming in the 21st to the 26th to make some offers on homes. So if we work on if I do stuff on the 24th, I might not be able to, but I think we're gonna go out and do stuff on the 21st and 22nd. So I have some families coming into town now that it's winter break. This is what happens, like Thanksgiving break, I have families that come in because they can like travel and they can make offers on homes. Then it kind of dies off for a bit in the sense of like people kind of going back to like wherever they're living before they're relocating out to Dallas. And then wintertime, I got a lot more people that come out during this time, which will be interesting. So watch the pending listings going in that start like honestly the 18th now, because I guess winter break started for kids, so now families can kind of travel a little bit easier with the family or go out. So watch pending listings. I'm watching that over like the next month or 2 months, and just to see kind of how that affects rates. The only thing I've seen that has affected rates right now, and I mentioned this on a previous video, but it's kind of just how I structure the deals with pre-owns. So like November time period, the sellers were giving up a ton of concessions, and now that's kind of changed a little bit more where sellers are maybe only doing a few concessions. Now this also depends on what market you're buying in. If you're buying in Prosper or something else and the home's only been on the market for 4 days and it's staged well and it's priced correctly, it's probably going to go relatively soon. But if something where it's maybe not staged, it's an empty house, yada yada yada. So it's all, it all comes down to wherever you're looking. But just in the markets that I deal with, I've just noticed how the market's changed just from these interest rates dropping just a bit, is sellers are giving less concessions, and then if we follow that trend, maybe then sellers won't be giving any concessions, and then we might be doing more things. Not to say like people aren't going over asking right now. I see that as well happening. I don't see it being dramatic. Like if it's over asking, it's $5,000, and maybe you're doing a leaseback too to kind of make your deal a little bit stronger. It also depends on if you're doing an FHA loan, a conventional loan, or all cash. I think for FHA loans, it's going to start getting really hard going into next summer if you're doing an FHA. So just kind of keep that in mind too, as well. I know that these rates don't really help out FHA people where price points are at, but maybe it will if these go down. It's just FHA loans were literally so hard to get people under contract back in 2021 just because of the amount of competition. Okay. Is that what we're gonna do? I think we're gonna call it here. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you're also coming back and watching this live stream later on, thank you for watching it. Leave a comment down below if you have any other questions that kind of pop into your brain, and then I can address those going into next weekend. We'll do a Christmas Eve live stream on the 24th because that's a Sunday, and then Christmas is on the 25th, so that's kind of interesting. Alright, see you later guys.